All right, so first things first, huge patch drop. The other day, nerfing a lot of.
High tier, or top tier.
Yeah, it changes a lot. So I think there's gonna be some things that may not be. I don't know. They may not stand the test of time. Characters may be better or worse than we give credit for, but the first things first. There's two specific characters. Debatably, well, there's 4 overall that got pretty big changes. Those being Falcon, Min Min, Pichu, and Byleth. But I don't think Min Min, in comparison to the rest of them, will be moving very, very far, if at all.
She just has less keys now, which is like, eh.
Yeah.
Good, you know?
Yeah, it doesn't change a whole lot for her. For better or for worse for her. But, alright. Getting into it, Byleth got some huge changes, and I think that is enough to push her at least onto the same level as Corrin. Side B tipper being
the side B thing is like really good. That move is huge, and honestly, kind of nutty now.
Yeah. Also, down air will just pop shields now. It's crazy to me how much like additional shield damage they added to that move. I don't know.
Byleth may be better than Mewtwo.
Yeah, I think that's a good spot to put her.
She just does fast fall nair, or like short hop nair, fast fall, then short hop down air, boom, your shield's dead.
That's true.
Pressure is so good.
On top of that, I'm no Byleth main, but I know that there was this one up B shenanigan that they could do, that they would just combo down air into. I think it was a DI mix-up, but
Yeah.
But if that like actually leads to anything like a kill confirm off of it, like I don't know, that could be big.
Oh, also up B got way faster.
Yes, that's true. It's a much better out of shield option, so this character has a much easier time getting people off of her, which was one of her biggest, big struggles.
I knew she still had an error. It wasn't that big of a deal, but yeah.
Yeah, it definitely helps, and she gets a good amount off of it too. So, good stuff for her. Okay, so the big boys that got touched is Pichu and Falcon. Now, Falcon's buff doesn't seem like a whole lot. Well, we'll cover Pichu first since we covered Byleth first.
Yeah.
Pichu's at first glance doesn't seem like a whole lot. Nothing changed from T-Jolt, nothing changed from back air, which arguably were the primary neutral tools Pichu uses. Fair was okay. So it's nice that Pichu got that at least. Nair got the oh, well, actually, hold on. I need to take a very slight be right back. I need to bring some stuff upstairs, and then we'll get into it. Chugs, if you wanna use this time to kind of yeah.
What they changed? So the damage Pichu does to himself on forward air, forward throw, a couple of other moves, none of the important ones like back air and T-Jolt, like KidPixKid said, got changed to be lower, which just makes him a better character. Invincibility on his ears on Nair, so now he is no longer smaller or bigger than the hurt box, which is great, because, well, we all know how good DDD Nair is. And, yeah, that move's awful. So, overall, it was more of like a, this character feels like less annoying to play as, because sometimes you would just get screwed over by your Nair not having a hitbox, or your air. Oh, I just did 60 to myself because I did a 120 like string to the opponent. That's so lame, and stuff like that. So it doesn't affect Pichu's tier placement too much. I could maybe see him going up like one spot. I know. While KPK is gone, let me say, Falcon buffs are not as big as he's gonna make them out to be.
I heard that.
Don't tell him I said that though.
I heard that.
Shit.
Alright, hold up. Also, my headset cut out while I was downstairs, so I don't know if you covered the side B and the up B thing, reduced damage on Pichu, but I think that is probably the most important thing that got changed, because Pichu actually ends up going off stage a lot. Up B,
Yeah.
for edge guards or just getting back. It turns from whenever Pichu gets put into disadvantage, doing an additional like what, 7% to herself, down to like a 3%. So that's pretty big, and I know Void in specific says that that's pretty big for Pichu. While I don't think Pichu's gonna go up a tier, like Chugs said, I think
I said he wasn't going to go up a tier.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He's not gonna go up a tier, but he probably will go up a few spots. If I had to say anything, probably a little over Sheik.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Yellow Ratkin is back.
All right, so Chugs is like, Chugs is a non-Falcon believer, right? Now, because this is on me and Chugs tier list, I'm not gonna put him up here, right? I'm not gonna put him in borderline top tier. I will move him up a few spots though, because that's really big for him. Going from not really being able to mix up your recovery to being able to mix up your recovery is huge against, you know, non-sorties. And, you know, the big non-sorties is like Joker, Fox, you know, Mario, all that good stuff. And now it's at the point where, because before the change, if Lucina used her fair, right, and Falcon mixed up his recovery and, you know, stalled going low and she'd miss, it was whatever, because Lucina would just float back in front of Falcon, tech check him, and then he'd be dead anyways. But now, if she misses that fair, he's not dead for sure. He's definitely not dead. Same thing with Fox, Mario, and all them, but they also don't have a sword. So if Falcon up B's early, or, you know, there's a good chance that it'll just beat out their nair, probably not Mario back air if he spaces it correctly, because Mario back air is just stupid. But
it's Mario back air.
Yes, it is indeed Mario back air. But I don't know. It's just crazy to me how much it changes. Not to mention, now, this is getting into another discussion for another day, but But I do think that the meta changed very much so in Falcon's favor. Just with a lot of the big characters that Falcon struggled with getting big nerfs, mainly ZSS, mainly Palu, and Joker's very debatable, because beforehand it was even. Now it's like, that's a pretty big. It's a pretty big nerf specifically to Falcon Joker, because Falcon, unlike most characters, can take advantage of, you know, that extra 3 frames of in lag, and you know, Joker not being able to edge guard him for free is pretty nice as well. But you know, while I want to put him at the top of high tier, you know, I will still look at things realistically, and I think I can put him next to Sonic right now.
Wait, what? Hold on, that's not what you agreed to at all.
All right, well, what do you think?
I think he's better than Yoshi. Maybe
better than Yoshi? All right, I can put him above Olimar, and that'll be.
I think the difference between Olimar and Pac-Man is significant.
Yeah, it is kind of a lot bigger than you'd think. But all right, yeah, I can put him above Olimar, in between Olimar and Pac-Man.
I do play a sortie. I personally never use tech checking. Which, yeah, that's about it. Honestly, I never use tech checking. I have no idea how easy it would. I mean, obviously it was easy, but I kind of just would hit him anyways most of the time. But yeah, I don't know how much changed. I don't think he is now a borderline top tier, because some characters can't edge guard him 100% of the time. It's just like 80% now.
Dude, I definitely would not put it at 80%. I'd put it at like 50%. Like, he still has to mix up his recovery, which, you know, granted, but, you know, still nice.
Now mix it up against Steve down tilt.
Yeah, there's some characters that just say no, like Steve down tilt, like Hero ledge slip swoosh. It's like, yes, no matter how much I mix it up, that's not gonna help me.
Yeah. But yeah, we could go on about matchups, but since it affects literally every character. Because let's be honest, if you're not in top tier, maybe borderline, do you really beat one of the characters that got nerfed? Like sometimes some characters had like maybe an even on TSS or Wario. Sometimes even on Palutena. So everyone kind of definitely got helped out from it. And it'd be way too hard to speculate. Oh, how much did this character get helped out by this matchup being easier now?
Yeah, very true. Very true. All right. But anyways, so what we're going to do is we're going to place the characters in top tier that had not gotten changed first, and then we're going to discuss the characters that got changed and then place them appropriately afterwards. I believe that's the plan. Yeah.
Well, borderline top tier first, because none of the characters got changed in there.
Yeah,
except for one now.
Wait, which character got changed in borderline top tier?
Wario.
Oh yeah, yeah. We'll get to him. He's still
funny, man.
Yeah, he's still good, but
oh, definitely. I still think he's top 10, maybe. I don't know.
You think he's top 10? Interesting.
I don't know. I don't think he's top tier, but I still think he's top 10.
Interesting. That's a big claim.
Just 9 characters now, I guess, because Wario's just not in it. But I don't think Wolf is a top tier still, because he didn't really change.
Okay, so so in your opinion, you think Wario's at the top of borderline top tier, but right under.
Yes. Right above Wolf, like literally the top, like the best one.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into borderline top tier then, and we're gonna cover Chrom. So this was pretty highly contested because Chrom obviously has the weakness of, you know, you hit him off stage, he's dead. That's that. End of story, wrap. And honestly, at first glance for me, that was enough for me to be like, okay, he cannot be borderline top tier because of that. But then I started to think, a lot of these other characters also have like one glaring weakness, but they're not as glaring as like a Greninja out of Shield where it affects his entire gameplay. It's just kind of an inconvenience. Because like Fox still gets the edge guard really hard. Fucking Mr. Game & Watch, we'll get to him, but losing to a sword archetype is pretty big. So I think in my right mind, his explosive potential and the ability to just kind of win a game if he's a stock up is pretty big.
Chrom literally does everything really well. He's good at literally everything except for recovering.
Yeah. Like, deals with zoning very well. Both clanks with projectile and is just fast enough to get in on them. Pretty crazy. Which most sorties tend to struggle with because they don't have answers for projectiles to their speed, whereas Chrom says, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. Not only does he outspace all their out of shield options, because he's a rushdown, but they said, oops, we accidentally gave him a sword. Because rushdown frame data, shield safety, and also a sword and speed for some reason.
Yeah, he's definitely an interesting kooky character, but you know that recovery will always prevent him from being top tier.
Wait until they patch in, give him Lucina recovery.
God, yeah, that'll be pretty crazy. All right, so next character, how we've fallen from grace. Inklings.
Sometimes it be like that.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot to talk about with Inkling. Like, yes, Roller got nerfed a long time ago, right? And
really, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, it got nerfed in the same patch that like K Rool down throw got nerfed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, was ZSS down B also nerfed that patch?
I think so, or maybe that was. I know down B did get nerfed at some point, but I don't know if it was that patch specifically.
Yeah.
But Roller is still really good, but what this character struggles with more than anything is, honestly, if I had to say, a lack of explosive power.
Yeah. You kind of like, it's like, oh, I lost neutral. All right.
Yeah, like
Take your 50.
Yeah, character has like an insane back air, and that's crazy. Decent edge guarding and ledge trapping, with Splat Bomb, but nothing
terrible out of shield.
Yeah, terrible out of shield. Like, best thing is like Nair.
Yeah, a really situational kill confirm. That's really all they have in terms of kill power.
Yeah, I did not realize how situation up throw up air actually was. But I seen the charts and it's like a 5% window or something.
On Fox, it's a 1% window.
Yeah, pretty insane. Like this character just, in order to get a kill, it has to get something kind of raw. And yes, it's back throw kills, right? But aside from that, you're really relying on, I really hope they get hit by this roller, or I really hope that they get hit with this up smash, or down smash, or F smash, and it's like, When
Really hope Atlanta's edge guard with my subpar edge guarding tools.
Yeah, I mean, the edge guarding's okay just because back air is so big and, good, but...
Yeah. They can't really cover below themselves at all.
Yeah.
And they only have one jump, and then they have, they don't have any extra movement options off stage to, oh.
Yeah.
You can't get funny up against, though, which is really cool.
Yeah. Like, you can force people to go low just by throwing, a splat bomb directly forward, but... Well, not even that. You can force an option, which, Inkling can take advantage of. If they jump over the splat bomb, oh, now they don't have a double jump. And if they just
also,
go...
sometimes your character just says, alright, now recharge Ink, and you're like, shit.
Yeah, that's true. But, just overall... Probably the least polarizing character in this tier, and I really think that the lack of kill power and subpar out of shield and alright edge guarding is what really keeps this character back.
Yeah.
Nice the opposite of polarizing character, though, Mr. Game & Watch.
Yep. What is there really to say? He loses to swords, kind of beats everybody else.
Yeah, this character is, when I say polarizing, I genuinely mean this character. Hold on, I gotta change the background music. I got cracked up a little bit.
There aren't many characters who beat Pikachu and lose to Cloud, except it's all three of them actually.
Yeah. It's so weird, Game & Watch, just because he has such a... Even if you know what he's going to do, which everyone knows what he's going to do, right? It's so hard to actually counterplay that, and especially if you don't have the tools to do so.
Look at high mid tier. That's 4 losing matchups for Mr. Game & Watch, the supposed borderline top tier.
Yeah, it's crazy. Just I don't see how Meister solo mains his character.
I don't either.
He does well, so.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get how he can succeed that much with a character who loses to,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who loses to Byleth. Oh.
Yeah. Talented player, but, man, is it kind of crazy how I don't know, it's just so weird how the matchups work with this character.
And then you don't play a sword character, and the other person wants to chuck their controller across the room 24/7.
Oh yeah, definitely. I fucking hate playing this character. It's Falcon's worst matchup.
I love fighting Game & Watch. It's so easy because he can't do anything if I just start camping him with a sword.
Yeah, that is also true. Game & Watch just kind of, he just kind of sits there. He's like, huh? Well, my speed is really slow. I can't air to air because my best air to air tool is my nair, which granted is pretty good, but definitely not.
Weird. It's so weird. His combination of tools is so awkward, and somehow it just beats everyone who doesn't have a disjoint.
Yeah. It's that's all there is to really be said. Crazy. If you don't have a disjoint, his damage output is actually pretty nice. Edge guarding pretty good. Very non-committable because up B. And then out of shield. Obviously, we don't even need to say it. The most godlike out of shield in the entire game. Air drift is crazy. Really, really big downward hitbox, so it's very difficult to catch his landing. Fair is interesting because yes, if people rush him down or someone swats him out of the air, it's not that bad. But if you don't do that, it is really, really good pressure. Just because it covers this wall in front of him. That's essentially now a no-go zone. obviously buckets crazy, reflects all projectiles, and absorbs the energy-based ones.
Huge explosive power for some reason. Doesn't really fit his character at all, but he has it.
Yeah.
Because, whoops, got hit by down smash, dead at 60. Because the down smash does like 30, and then forward smash also does 30, and you're dead.
Also, they're safe if spaced, so kind of crazy.
Really needed it.
Yeah. What a bizarre character, but he's here, and I don't think he's gonna be changed anytime in the future.
Yeah. Next character.
All right, next character, Fox Mccloud. Definitely not melee, but still strong.
Very strong. Have you ever had a Fox dash back, you miss a move, and then take 60? You have, unless you play online.
Yeah. Character's pretty nuts. He's got some of the best ways to catch landing in the game. On top of that, if he does catch your landing, it's you eat a shit ton of damage or die.
Brutal parry game.
Yeah, he all foxes know when to parry as well. Like as soon as you hit that dash attack, if you are mashing like Nair or something, you will get parried and you will take more damage than you need.
Yeah. Also, he can kind of just say, "Oh, we're playing the game now. Oh, we're not playing the game now because I'm gonna laser camp."
Yeah, laser camping is surprisingly effective, and it builds up so much damage if you just don't respect it. And if you yeah. And even whenever you start running in because you don't want to get laser camped, he just stops pressing laser and dash attacks you, and it beats it out.
Yeah. But Fox, very light. He gets exploded because he has to overextend 24/7 because he has no disjoint. And yeah, he can laser camp, but he has to get the kill somehow, which he isn't that great at.
Yeah, I mean,
so he has to overextend. He gets reversals really hard, or just oops, Roy side beat at 60 on town, you're dead.
Yeah.
Edge guarded too.
He definitely has some interesting mix-ups that help him get the kill, landing Nair and landing Dare. Landing Dare, especially if you're shielding too much against Fox, will shield poke and then he gets the up smash anyways.
Yeah.
So that's pretty nice, but unfortunately this is just one of those characters that just loses to shield unless the Dare starts shield poking, and that's kind of something, I don't know, it's kind of niche to rely on.
Well, hold on. I feel like saying loses to shield is a little disingenuous, because if you're going into shield against Fox at not kill percent, you're losing neutral.
Yeah.
But if you are at kill percent, you're just playing correctly.
Yeah, that's about it. Because his grabs are not threatening. His edge guarding is not really threatening. Now, if he just sits there and back airs that ledge, that is pretty threatening actually.
Yeah, for some reason it auto cancels. It's fast. It feels like it lingers. I know it doesn't. And he also just might randomly, oops, I threw an air this time. Covered both sides, got your roll/jump up smash time.
Yeah, crazy ledge trapping on this character, and I think him having a lackluster recovery, and although his fastest out of shield option is up smash, it's also a killing up smash.
Yeah, it's a frame 8 kill move. That's not even small or anything. It's not one of those moves though. It's a forward air out of shield that starts above them, so it really doesn't help that much. No, that move starts directly in front of him.
Yeah, Fox, pretty crazy, very good character. Obviously comes with a few annoyances if people know how to play around him correctly. But I wouldn't say he technically loses matchups specifically hard. He loses to players better than him pretty easily.
Yeah.
But yeah, good character. I would say overall honest, aside from lol down air just shield poked and I got my up smash anyways, but
yeah. Next character?
Yes, next character. I believe we have Snake. Now, this is a character that I think is dishonest, but everyone will say is, oh my god, the most honest character in the game.
People say that. No one I know actually defends Snake. I love fighting against Snake. I think Snake is cool. I think Snake takes skill. I think he's sick. But everyone hates Snake for some reason. I don't really get it.
Alright, so my mentality for hating Snake is that all of his buttons are so big, and even if you guess wrong, you can still be right a lot of the time. I feel like it's a lot different if you play someone who doesn't have a disjoint and is forced to get in on Snake, because if you're forcing Snake to approach, Snake sucks at approaching. He's very committable, and you know, he doesn't actually play the camping game that well.
Yeah. His camping game is forcing you into him and then beating the shit out of you because he's good at that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not keeping you out.
Yeah, but you don't know how many times I've tried either like crossing this character up because I'm so scared of up tilt, or you know, trying to, or knowing that he's going to like F smash the ledge and I roll behind him, but I still like, even after I'm behind him, his F smash hits me and kills me at like 30, and I'm like, all right, that was cool, right? I totally deserve to.
This is the Master Brain play from KPK.
Dude, I don't know. To me, it's just like, man, it's obnoxious how this character just has like a clear answer that does everything in up tilt, and it is very obviously infuriating. But at the same time, especially at highest level, this character is so big brain and very fundamentally based. But at this level, he's a little obnoxious.
Yeah.
But anyways, getting into his
actual character though.
yeah, talking about the character, not just complaining. One of the best, if not the best, ledge trapping in the game with up smash on very particular stages, right? Like he's not gonna do it on Yoshi's and he's not gonna do it on Town. Can probably still do it on Kalos, but you know.
Probably has one of the best or the best ground games in Ultimate.
Mm-hmm.
Like, his moves are legitimately so good. He does force approaches by just chucking grenades at you sometimes, depending on which character you are, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Nikita.
Oh yeah.
End of sentence.
Lol.
End of sentence.
Yeah, just
some of his things are just self-describing on why they're really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't think I need to tell you guys why Snake down throw is insane.
Oh yeah. It's
why frame one grenade is insane.
Mm-hmm.
You know, why his like basically what feels like a sex kickback air is insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but,
there's
bad disadvantage.
Yeah, really bad disadvantage. Despite the frame one grenade, there is actually a good amount of counterplay to it. His recovery, very, very, I wouldn't say linear, because if you double jump up B, you know, it's kind of hard to react.
What's like that for?
Huh?
Why'd you say linear?
How do you say it?
Linear.
Linear. Yeah, dude. Different strokes for different folks. Anyways.
No, you're not getting away with calling it linear.
Oh my god, I'm sick.
It sounds like a black girl I would know in middle school.
Chill, I'm sick. The up B is very predictable. However, he can mix it up with his double jump timing to give him a little extra boost. If you force this character to go high with his up B, yes, a lot of characters can't actually go that high and contest him, but his landing is very, very problematic. He has no good way to like cover his landing aside from, you know, trying to like chuck a C4 down or grenade, which is very easily like not intercepted, but like you can hit him out of it and then still capitalize on it. And then after that, he doesn't have C4 again, and yeah.
Oh yeah, C4 kind of just demands space from everybody. You see C4 like, oof.
Mm-hmm. Just creates a no-go zone, especially for like zoners. If you like make the wall between you and them even smaller, it forces a lot.
Yeah. Next character.
All right, yep. Next character, Pokemon Trainer. Another character that has come very, very close to winning majors.
Yeah.
Good old our boy Tweak and Leffen. But so biggest thing with this character is it has 3 characters that all struggle and have strengths in different matchups. Chugs was talking to me about it the other day when we were discussing Pokemon Trainer matchups. It comes down to, do you win 2 out of the 3 matchups that Pokemon Trainer has? If yes, then you either go even or maybe slightly beat Pokemon Trainer. If no, you lose to Pokemon Trainer.
Yeah. There are very few characters who go even with all of them. There are very few characters who beat all of them. There are some, because a common misconception about Pokemon trainers is that they all cover each other very equally, but they don't. They all share a lot of weaknesses. For example, really not good forriers means they don't have good mix-ups off ledge. They're all slow. The fastest one is Charizard, but he's not that fast, and he's a heavy, so he just kind of gets like obliterated anyways. That's kind of about it for their shared weaknesses.
Yeah.
And there's the individual Pokemon weaknesses of Charizard is a heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Charizard is a heavy. Ivysaur, he doesn't really have a weakness, to be honest. If you have a Sex Kick, you kind of destroy him off stage. That's about it. And Squirrel's super light and has no range.
I would say Ivysaur's weakness is that he's a lot slower than a lot of the sorties. On top of that, he has Razor Leaf, but it's after the nerf, it's become a lot more committable, so people can take advantage of that. I think the biggest thing for me is Charizard and Ivysaur actually play a lot alike because they're heavy boxer characters that want to kind of keep people at a very set range. Ivysaur with fair and back air, but Charizard with back air or mix up dash grab or up smash out of shield, stuff like that.
He has really shitty jump in breath.
Yeah. But Squirtle has obviously he has buttons.
He's short.
Yeah, he's short. So I think that's really the thing that's covered because yeah, that really about does it. You have two boxers and a short button character. You don't really have an answer to one if people outrange you, right? Because Razor Leaf's okay, but like Chugs said, they're all slow, so they can't really get in that well, and have no real answer to those projectiles. Squirtle can get in, but it's still not that fast.
But he's also the slowest.
Yes. So, yeah, all things considered, makes for an interesting character who, if we really got into in depth about all Pokemon stuff, we'd be essentially describing 3 different characters and how they play against the majority of the cast. But the TLDR of it is you have to do well against 2 or more of Pokemon trainers matchups, which not a whole lot of characters can in order to win. And then that's what keeps him up here.
Definitely.
Okay, so next character, Wolf. So this is a character that was very, very close to being top tier, but is held back by... I'm trying to think exactly. Obviously, his recovery is not that good. His out of shield is okay. Having a disjoint's really nice, especially a projectile that's transcendent to really deal with anyone who outranges you. But at the same time, he's very dedicated aerially, right? Because his ground speed, really, really not good. His airspeed, godlike.
Definitely.
On top of that, his throws, he doesn't really get a whole lot off of them. He might get a tech chase off of forward throw at like low percents and, obviously down throw dash attack. But getting grabbed by this character is not that threatening. If he back throws you at ledge, it probably won't kill till like 200. Just a lot of things to take into consideration with this character, and is pretty much held back by having, in comparison to the people above him, mediocre tools in some departments.
Recovering mostly.
Yeah, recovering and out of shield, and yeah, that good stuff.
Definitely.
All right. Newest character to our list. Wario. Now, I don't actually know a ton about Wario. I know that the nerfs that he got were huge, right? Waft, the semi-charge and the full charge got hit pretty hard, and it's going to make combos into Waft significantly harder to do. So much so that Gluttony has memed that he is now a Brawlhalla player. Up tilt was another thing that we got a huge hit to it. It not lasting as long is no longer a free anti-air, so people can't jump in on him. And he also won't be able to get like up tilt into up tilt on some characters. And not to mention the fact that it lasts not as long also hurts his waft combos as well, because he would often rely on hitting with a very, very late hit of up tilt in order to confirm into waft. So yeah, big hits. What do you want to say about the changes so far, Chugs?
Well, mostly, I think the more I learn about Ultimate, the more I realize how important having a threatening ground game is. And Wario losing up tilt waft, which is his only grounded waft confirm, is really freaking huge, because now it's like, oh, he's jumping in. I know it's coming. Instead of, oh, he's dashing in, is he going to start jumping and doing there? Is he going to do down tilt into like re-grab into like up throw and then follow me? And now it's just like, oh, well, he's dashing in, well, what? What's he scaring me with again? Down tilt dash tag at kill percent?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I even think that's a mix-up too. I mean, yeah, down tilt dash attack, pretty scary. I know at a lot of percents you can just shield it, but yeah, that's like his only scary grounded option at this point. Aside from that, though, just talking about the character in general, I think having a very active command grab very strong. Obviously makes platform mix-ups kind of scary, mostly because it puts you off stage, and Wario's really good at ledge trapping, especially when he has waft and like a bike near stage. That waft hitbox will last so long, actually. On top of that, his command grab will indeed kill at ledge. It does kill a little late, but it's still something. It's like an actual threat. Having very scary air mobility is really his only compensation against people who can keep him out, like sorties. But they still do give him a hard time, just because of how stubby he is. Damage output really good, even without like waft confirms. I mean, really you were aiming to kill with waft confirms, not just put on damage. But you know, he still can like nair in probably up tilt up air, or nair in up air up tilt. I don't know the combo routes myself, but I do know that his damage output has not changed at all. The only thing that's, you know, really different is just how scary it'll be to get hit with the latest hit of up tilt, as well as getting hit with a lot of different waft confirms, and I'm sure it'll become a lot more precise, and it'll become more of a read than anything else.
Yeah.
All right. All things considered, yeah, I think that's it. All right.
That's borderline top tier. So,
Our...
before we get into top tier, just the difference between borderline top tier and top tier is that usually characters in borderline top tier have like one other bad matchup, whereas characters in top tier have one bad matchup.
Yeah.
Others, of course, being losing, not like one losing matchup, just one bad matchup, and then the rest are losing.
Mm-hmm.
There is a difference.
That's true. All right, getting into it though, Lucina. Lucina is definitely an interesting character. I feel like she has a lot of the same honesty that some of the characters below her have, but at the same time, yeah, alleged honesty. She still has good mix-ups with like down tilt into, you know, imagination, and then very good ledge trapping. You can't edge guard her really. She's probably one of the best people to air in the game, just because of how like quick but also like big her fair is. Her spacing, unlike Marth, doesn't really matter a whole lot. Her like nair is like -3, and that's throughout the entire sword. This character is ridiculously safe on shield, so she'll force you to play mix up after mix up after mix up if, you know, she has you at just the right range. On top of that, her killing power is fairly good too, and it's all on moves that she ordinarily is already throwing out, so she doesn't have to unlike a lot of the other characters where you can kind of get an idea of when they switch gears, like when Fox is gonna start using like landing near dash attack or landing down air or landing down air up smash, all that good stuff. Lucina isn't quite like that because she doesn't change her game plan a whole lot, you know.
Yeah, he just kind of plays the game the exact same for the entire duration of the match.
Mm-hmm.
What archetype are you? Doesn't matter. I'm gonna press snare and fair.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're a rushdown? I'm gonna use nair and fair. Oh, you're a zoner? I'm gonna use nair and fair. Oh, you're a trap character? I'm gonna use nair and fair. Like, nothing about this character. It's the way you can play is so static that it's almost obnoxious, and it's just so good. Because guess what? She has a sword.
Yeah, that is very true. And it's debatably one of the best swords in the game. Now there's potentially one better sword in this game, but we will get, well, there's potentially two better swords in this game, but honestly,
that one doesn't count.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, wait, actually, hold on. Technically, it is a sword. He's not a sword character, but it is a sword, and I would say that that sword is better. Actually.
All right, you know, let's stop pussyfooting around it. We're talking about Roy.
Yeah.
All right.
Roy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next character on the list. So, I don't play a ton of the Croy, so I'm gonna leave most of the discussion about this character to Chugs.
Yeah. So, Roy. Now think like Crom, except throw all of that out the window because they are not really anything alike. Roy relies heavily on his cross-ups and slightly better frame advantage than Crom, usually by 1 frame or sometimes the exact same. His out of shield's better because of the super armor, and it being frame 9, not 10. His recovery is obviously far superior, even though it's not that great. He's fast, he does a lot of damage, he kills super early, and his kill, kind of like Lucina, when he's playing to kill, he's playing the same game he always was. No difference. Down tilt's -3. He forces you off the ground by just existing because all of his ground options are so oppressive, and then his air options are also oppressive. His only real weaknesses are like disadvantage is a little rough because he's a fast faller, and once he jumps in, he can't really drift out.
Yeah, a lot of in my experience of fighting the Croy matchup, it's mostly about movement reads. Like if he nairs in or fares in or whatever move he's running in with, it's all about kind of figuring out where he's going to land and then capitalizing on top of that. Unfortunately, because of their kind of acceleration coupled with how fast they fall, they can't do a whole lot to mix up exactly where they landed. Of course,
once they commit, they're committed.
And they're just definitely characters that capitalize on that. But
it is not to say he has no options, because if he does a jump in, let's say he gets red. If he did a short hop forward air, he can double jump afterwards because that move does not last long enough. That move does not last long enough to make him hit the ground. That's always fun when they do a short hop forward air and then they just jump away.
Interesting. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, you can do short hop forward air, double jump forward air, and then land, and you're going to be auto canceled because why not? Frame data on the character is literally ridiculous. It's so stupid how much advantage they have for zero reason on a grounded tilt.
Yeah. Not to mention just how explosive this character can be on in the most random situations. Like this is another one of those situations where he can convert almost any hit into the end of a stock at nearly any percent. And even if he doesn't, there's so much you actually have to look out for that's so safe. Like nair back air, jair off. Then
random side be at ledge.
Yeah, random side be at ledge, especially on town. You've seen the clips. You've seen Snake dying at 50 from down tilt into miss tech into side B on town.
We've all seen Roy spot dodge. That's the clip. He spot dodged and now the opponent. We all know what happens next.
Yeah, there's just a lot this character does, and the counterplay is definitely there, but a common theme with a lot of these characters. All these characters have counterplay in some way, shape, or form. It's just very difficult to do it consistently enough to win more than they do.
Yeah, it's a very good character in almost every area. Well, almost every area. And since he just kind of demands everything in all of those areas, it's really hard to beat him.
Mm-hmm.
Next character.
Agree. All right, getting the last sortie out of the way. Shulk.
Yeah. Annoying, cheating, bitch character.
Yeah, if there was a dishonest character in this game, this is definitely the character.
Do you have a combo character? Do you play a combo character? No, you don't.
Yeah, and it's not just with Smash. It's not just with Shield Art. He can also put on Smash and fall out of combos too. Albeit a little riskier, but still.
Oh, you play character with low range? Have fun getting in. Oh, you got in? Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're off stage? Dead. Ledge? Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Character's literally so incredibly racist towards almost everybody.
Yeah.
It confuses me how he even loses matchups.
Yeah, like, this character has an answer for every situation, not just every character, but also every situation. The only thing he really struggles with is if you hit him off stage twice in a row, because his jump art will be, gone, and then he can't mix it up, and obviously his up B does not snap ledge, so you can abuse that. But
Shulk is like, you have to win neutral multiple times in a row to beat him.
And
that's super obnoxious to fight against. When they have a sword, they can just camp you.
Yeah, winning neutral against a character multiple times in a row, whenever the character inherently is very good at neutral.
Jesus, man, it's so rough.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, overall character cheats and very difficult to deal with for a lot of characters. All right.
He and Pikachu are almost exclusively everyone's worst matchup. It's always one of those two. It used to be ZSS, but probably not anymore.
Yeah. Very, very true. All right, going on to our next character, the Unnerfed Wario.
Red Wario.
Red Wario.
You just say this is skin with hat and overalls. He explodes.
Yeah, like, this character has the strength of, you just can't take him to two stages on the stage list, so you just have to auto ban them every time. So he gets a comfort pick.
Unless your worst stage is one of those two, you're going to your worst stage every single game against Mario.
Mm-hmm.
There's no getting around it.
Yeah, that's very true. It's not to mention this character plays neutral very well. It's just like T-Jolt, Fireball gives him the free approach, and then he can capitalize on what you do afterwards. His moves are absolutely insane. Not only is his grab game very threatening, both having a kill throw and a combo throw that leads into a lot. His buttons such as back air, nair, up air, down air, really, if he hits you with anything, you're in trouble.
Yeah. It's like, oh, he missed? Okay. Do it again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very non-committable. Only problem is he kind of loses to swords.
It's like, not even loses swords. It's not like Game Watch where he loses swords, like he struggles with swords.
Yeah, he definitely has ways to compensate for it, whereas Game & Watch does not.
Yeah.
But also, something I should note before we move on to any characters above him, we've been looking over the matchups, and it shocks me just how much Flood will actually impact things.
Flood is not a move I thought was as good as it is, but we discussed some Mario matches, like, holy shit, if he can just Flood.
Yeah.
He can just Flood.
Yeah, Flood demands so much. If anyone's doing, it's oddly one of the best anti-airs in the game, because if anyone jumps at you, you flood them and they're either off stage or they're having to land.
Yeah, it's literally a free neutral win if you quote unquote read a jump in. By that I mean dash back flood. Did you miss? Doesn't matter. It's like super duper plus on shield, because you can't drop shield against it because you get pushed. It's so awkward. I don't see enough Mario mains just camping for flood and then just winning neutral for basically free.
Yeah. Also, just guts some recoveries, being forced to go. being forced to go low against Mario back air, kind of scary.
Or Nair.
Or Nair.
Fair.
Just-
Or Flood.
Yeah. Just very strange how demanding that move is. I did want to just mention that.
It's like, oh, Mario struggles with swords. They can wall him out. Okay, imagine you're walling him out and then you lose neutral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Character's insane. Next, we ordinarily would have Wario and ZSS, but we're going to wait to place them after...
We're gonna place Wario. We're gonna wait to place ZSS.
Have we placed ZSS?
No, we have placed Wario. We're gonna wait to place ZSS.
Oh, yeah. We've placed Wario. We're going to wait to place ZSS. So next in that list, it's Peach.
The last, or wait, no, never mind. Pikachu didn't get touched either. But the other untouched top tier, what is there to say? If you know, you know.
Yeah. This character has the same thing where if she touches you, you just either take a shit ton of damage or die. Her kill confirms off turnip or...
Pink female kin.
Huh?
Pink female kin.
Yeah, pink female kin. Turnip helps with neutral very, very well. I don't know how plus or minus it is, but, you know, if she just kind of, you know, jumps, throws it, runs behind it, that's a mix-up. That's a mix-up in itself. Thank you, Brutal Bob, for the follow. Really appreciate it.
Oh, hey, Rob.
Anyways, her grabs aren't that threatening, although at low percent she does get like down throw back air into imagination.
Yeah. I think about like everything about every other combo character in this entire game that has annoying shield pressure, like Luigi, Ken, Steve, like all of them. It's all into this character, and also float, and also turnip. And also usually more damage.
Yeah, not to mention this character edgeguards, like all the other characters that you just mentioned can't edgeguard. This character's float and turnip just allows them to just actually just beat people freely.
Yeah, it's aggravating, and it's like, oh, she struggles against swords. What happens if she gets in once on the sword character she's against?
I mean, not even just that. If you try to play patient against Peach with a sword character, meaning you're forced to go in, she gets turnip, which allows her to get in on sword characters.
Yeah. Bring back beam sword. Then then the meta probably would have been just camping until you also get a sword.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Stupid top tier who also gets RNG for zero reason.
Yeah, pretty crazy. All right, so the last untouched top tier, which, well, I'll never know why they didn't touch this one. I can understand why they probably didn't touch Peach or Mario, but Pikachu has always been debatably one of the best characters in the game. The only argument that I see people say that this character is not the best character in the game is that he doesn't have results, which is a lie, by the way.
And also a super gay argument.
Yeah,
there are 81 characters. It's not that surprising that out of five players, the top 5 in the world, right? Not one of them uses Pichu. That's not that surprising.
Yeah.
One of them uses Game & Watch.
Yeah, and I want to say that I would say, oh, ESAM is a representation of why the character's not top tier. No, ESAM. I've been watching a lot of ESAM stuff recently. That dude's been losing to like nobodies. It's kind of crazy how he ends up losing with Pikachu of all players.
Like you know it's bad when his worst matchup, which isn't even that bad against Game Watch, he has never beaten Meister in bracket on or offline. And they've played so many times now. But he can't do it when his character doesn't have a +2 on the opponent. He just can't do anything. Yeah.
Not to mention, he's lost every 1st to 10 he's fought against Fatality, and that used to be one of Falcon's worst matchups. I mean, he's been playing on Yuzu recently with Fatality, and the fact that he's like losing these, not even cutting it close. He's losing these like these 10-5. It's pretty crazy.
Is there really what do we need to say about Pikachu? You all know. He's short. He's already not bad. On top of that, he has Mario Fireball, but somehow better. Okay.
Yeah.
Insane edgeguarding, debatably top 1 edgeguarding, insane recovery, debatably top 1 recovery, insane combo game. Back air on shield is inherently one of the hardest to deal with mix-ups in the game. Not only can some characters not deal with it, but some characters have to overcommit so hard to even have a chance of hitting back air. Because some characters just can't hit it at all.
The more I look at the 2 people we have below him, he legitimately does everything that they do, but just better. Like,
yeah, it's such a good character, man.
Like, at
his
least...
only problem is that he can't kill consistently.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. He's gonna land T-Jolt dash attack anyways. He's gonna land back air edge guard anyways. He's gonna land up throw thunder anyways. Like, it just doesn't matter when you have everything going for you. Besides, he could, if he had a disjoint, he would be better. Sure. Does he lose any sorties anyways? Nope.
Yeah. Very, very odd character, and I'm surprised they are letting him stay this good for so long. I'm surprised they have not patched out loops, but I guess at this point they have to know, right?
They obviously want this. This is clearly what they wanted to be the #1 character in the game. I'm not sure why. Everyone hates short characters. I don't know why they would want Pikachu to be the best character in the game, but they're intent on not changing it. That's for sure.
God, I remember the days when people were like, "Oh, Pichu's better than Pikachu." How far we've come. How far we've come. All right. So now we get to the hard part of placing the characters that were in top tier, and figuring out where in top tier they probably are, because most of these characters are probably not dropping from top tier.
Yeah, except for the one obvious one. I think Joker's still in the same spot. Let's be honest, he's just not worse than Peach, even with those 2 extra frames of lag on Aha. Doesn't matter that much. Yeah,
there's only a few characters that'll actually matter for. Like, it'll probably matter for Fox. It'll probably matter for Falcon. But
and
anyone,
like a little bit of whiff punishing characters and like maybe some zoners. So now you can't counter zone as well. And it's like, oh, what zoners do you lose to again? Oh, none of them? Okay.
Yeah. I will say that I'm under the belief that Joker does rely on getting safe damage from a distance, very much so. And I think the nerf, while it's not that big because, only really the fast with punish characters and projectile users can capitalize on it, I do think it was a considerable nerf, even though he's not changing position. I think this is enough to put him like definitively behind Pikachu, though.
For sure. And Joker is significantly worse online now. Like, those are like probably his 2 best Wi-Fi tools. Maybe obviously counter also got nerfed. That doesn't really matter that much because, like, really, it nerfed his counter. I get it was annoying, but like, who gives a shit? But yeah, that was mostly like an online metagame change. If you just spam that,
yeah, like, what do you do?
What, are you gonna punish it? Okay.
Especially if he's like jumping with it, like, okay, good luck. All right.
Yeah, it's an approach option online.
Okay, so let's look at Palutena, because Palutena arguably did get pretty hard gutted, but I think that because the character still has so many amazing tools and an answer for everything, still uncontestable edge guard, it's like it made it more so that she was bearable to deal with. She got some annoying things taken away, like dash attack. Using dash attack to uncommittably cover like landings very easily with just dash attack anything. If they air dodge through it, then they still get hit by it. If they try to attack it, then obviously dash attack beats it out. If they double jumped, okay, so what? I had so little landing lag that I could just run underneath you and dash attack again. And there's a lot of annoying things that got taken out with that as well. Her out of shield game is slightly worse because her grab is no longer ridiculous, but
I think almost like completely inferior to back air now. Because back in the day it was like, oh, are you not Game & Watch? Can't punish fair, I guess.
I think
now kind of early.
Yeah, I think that's enough to put her below Peach, though.
I agree.
Maybe not Mario, just because the character just has so many good answers for so many things. But yeah, definitely not enough to like significantly hurt the character, but enough to make the character bearable for a lot of other characters in the game.
Definitely. all of her invalidating matchups are kind of not there anymore. You know that one tweet? I know it's kind of like it's not. This isn't like as popular as like a deep left tweet or whatever. There's a tweet going around a while ago that was like, y'all should be thankful for Palutena. She gatekeeps all the annoying mid tiers from going high in bracket. That's not gonna happen anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, he's like, oh, DK's gonna lose this character -3. Who gives a shit? But like, she's not anyone's worst matchup anymore, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's DK.
Yeah. Lol. Sorry, DK.
Lol. Yeah. What is there to say about DK Palutena?
All right. So last character to place, ZSS. Now I think ZS. Yeah, I think she actually got hurt pretty hard.
Yeah, her Nair not being like free anymore is so huge. Cause when a Zero Suit Samus player jumps, you say, "All right, let me just eat this shield damage," and maybe they drop their mix-up afterwards somehow. Maybe they drop Nair into jab. Maybe. But now that's not a thing anymore. Nair's no longer -2. Thank God.
Yeah. Thank you, Sig Demon Hydrangea, for the follow. Really appreciate it. But yeah, I think that. Yeah, I think the Nair is really huge because she relied on that a lot for not only for combos but also for shield pressure, and it was her way of poking and safe damage in general. And like you were about to say, her up B out of shield also got nerfed. It went from frame 4 to frame 6, which is pretty huge because it puts her, while yes, it does put her in line with stuff like Snake down air out of shield and Bowser up B out of shield. It's a lot. I'm sorry, what?
I said those moves were big. ZSS up B, tiny. That means after her Nair pressure, if she's pressure, quote unquote now, instead of being able to just sit and shield and wait for your option, you can't really do that anymore because 99% of the cast is going to be able to outspace it or just outframe it now. Or both. Like, she's going to get reversaled for trying to apply pressure sometimes now. So the meta is definitely going to shift way harder to just camping.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's a lot easier to keep her like pinned down as well in the corner, because beforehand it was whenever you get her in shield, she was still very difficult to keep there, but now that she's, you know, forced in shield more often, I think those two changes were actually very big. I think personally for me that's enough to put her below Lucina.
Yeah, I think she's worse than Roy.
Worse than Roy? Okay.
Like, yeah, because I don't know. I just think that Lucina doesn't have enough of like, ooh, I'm this. I have all this. But I think ZSS still has like those invalidating matchups. She still has a Zaire. Pressure isn't like super duper trash now. It's just she can't instant win pressure like she used to be able to. In my opinion, that's what I think now at least. All right,
Sephiroth got some odd changes to his up B. Interesting. I have not seen the shadow change to Sephiroth.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Was it? I'm pretty sure it was like not that important. I could be wrong.
It'd be, yeah. I haven't heard about it, but it seems interesting. You're keeping Pyra for last, aren't you, KPK? Pyra and Mithra are.
Pyra.
Yeah,
I don't agree on that.
Yeah.
Place it for now.
Yeah, we have not discussed this yet because this was a tier list that me and Chugs like collaborated together and made. But right now, I feel like our ideals are way too like different from each other that we could come to a firm agreement, and it's going to take a little bit of time for the meta to develop. If I had to personally place Pyra and Mithra, I'd put her probably right below ZSS, but I think Chugs has a very different opinion.
I'm debating somewhere between like above Diddy and below Sonic.
Yeah, somewhere around here. Yeah, right now it's just so crazy how, like, I don't know, the character has so many tools that are inherently crazy, but also, you know, lull recovery and, you know,
shield safety is really good.
Yeah, shield safety is really good. Character's hella fast. Pyra's hella slow. Got some broken.
Yeah, I think Pyra's borderline useless.
Yeah, I
think she's the Wi-Fi character of the two, and I think she just kind of exists solely to cheese online and spam up B.
I, on the other hand, believe that Pyra is very uncommittable, like, because you only change to her whenever you have advantage state, and, you know, because of that, you're not going to get punished too hard for using Pyra, and because all of her moves are essentially Tipper, Charizard, back air, I think it's pretty strong. On top of that, dude, fucking Mithra's air dodge thing, That's busted. That's
Bullshit.
stupid.
I don't play a multi-hit character, so I don't care. But like, man, sucks for you guys.
Yeah. Fucking. Pyro and Mytha, crazy characters.
Right now, I think her worst matchups are Snake and Cloud.
Yeah, I could see that. Cloud, maybe.
Okay, they don't have a single aerial that they can touch a shield with or ground move.
Yeah. All right, that's fair. That's fair.
Like, literally nothing safe for the -7 at absolute best, fully fresh, full hopped, perfectly timed with hitting the ground. Still can't touch a shield. He just gonna if Pyro's out, he can just wall her because he's actually fast. She's not. Obviously, his damage output isn't great, but also he can just like edge guard them with like Nair or Fair because like recovery's awful. And yeah, mostly just up the out of shield. Like they can't really counterplay that at all. And then Snake because it's a swordy.
Yeah, there's a lot of really whack things with the character in general, and it's just gonna take a lot of time to really figure out what matters and what doesn't matter. You know.
Yeah. And I think right now my meta for this character is I'm gonna just hide and shield.
Yeah.
You don't kill if you have a really good recovery. And speaking from someone who just spam zoom, you don't die against this character until like 170, 180 most of the time, like consistently. Like if you just camp and shield, they can't really. They can force you out, quote unquote, by getting themselves punished. That's about it.
I think they can force people out reliably well, just because like something like down tilt on shield forces a reaction, because otherwise you're going to eat another down tilt on shield, and if you jump out of shield, obviously you get hit with forward air, and forward air with pyro kills.
Yeah, I think Mythra's much better at shield pressure, but Mythra also can't kill, so it kind of doesn't pull it all together. But we'll see. This character, I don't know how well they're doing in tournament. I've seen one Mythra / pyro result. I'm just gonna say, yeah, honestly, just Mythra result. It was Aaron getting second, losing to Salem, so lol. Steve wins the matchup +5, easy.
All right, but that wraps up the tier list. I hope everyone agrees. This will be posted on YouTube sometime relatively soon. Today, the high tier portion is going to go up, so if you didn't see our discussion for that, feel free to go ahead and look that up. If you're wondering about the YouTube, I don't have the stream bot up, but I don't have the stream bot to link it, but you know, definitely links in my Discord, as well as you could look up the KidPixKid on YouTube, and I'm sure you'll be able to find it just fine. Anyways, thank you so much for joining, and we'll see you next time.